Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining us for episode 1 of the Jailbreak Jab. It is a show where we talk all about Jailbreak. Here today I have Jake with me. Say hello, Jake.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for joining. So what is this show all about? What is the Jailbreak Jab going to cover? Well, basically I just wanted to talk about jailbreak tweaks and themes and all that good stuff related to the community of jailbreaking with a buddy of mine. His name is Jake once again. Say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi again. So what's up, Jake?
It's pretty good. I've been on Twitter like a couple times, like some connections with Sam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know each other in real life.
We do.
I thought that tweet was pretty cool. Like that was like 2 months ago or whatever.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I'm Jake from Lego My Django and Exquisite Triforce. Lego My Django, clearly about Legos. It's in the name. And then Exquisite Triforce is a gaming channel that some buddies of mine are into. And I think both Sam's channel and that channel are on my featured list. And then Sam, my channel is on yours. So.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think you might have been the first channel that I added to my featured. Gosh, I honestly like thinking about it now. YouTube feels like something I started like years ago, even though it's just been over a year. It's so weird. I don't know why.
I literally did start years ago.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, YouTube. I mean, I could have a whole podcast about YouTube and how I love it, but I really like it. I like YouTube. It's fun.
Me too.
But yeah, so let's get started with talking about the show. I thought it'd be good as an introduction show to talk about what some of our favorite tweaks that we use are. So Jake, go ahead first. Tell me some of your favorite tweaks on your iOS devices.
All right. Well, I really I know this is one that has been kind of thrown around so much. I don't know if you would consider Activator a tweet?
Yeah. Activator is
a tweak. Did I say tweet?
Yeah, you said tweet.
All right. Yeah, a tweak. Activator, I mean, it's been around for so long, but it's so crucial because recently, well, not recently, like a couple months ago, I got a iPhone 5S like Sam has, and then I wanted to like not press the home button. It definitely has a different feeling.
Oh yeah.
Than like the past home buttons. I think it started with the iPhone 5. It started having a different feeling. Would you agree with that? Or?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think. It's hard to remember my iPhone 5.
I just have it from experience with my mom's iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't even... She has a dang OtterBox on it now.
I know. Gosh, I don't know. I do not like cases on my phone.
Me either.
I mean, like when I'm like, I usually put a case on whenever I go out of the house because I'm scared that like I'll bump into somebody or it'll slip out of my pocket, and then I just always see the reoccurring image of my phone shattering and dreams being crushed. But
of our friends, likes to grab Sam's phone a lot.
Oh yeah, it's a story for another day. But yeah, I mean, Activator.
Like with Activator, I like just touching the home button, not pressing it, and going to the home screen because it has that fingerprint capability in it. I think he also said there's another tweak that does that too.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure. I mean, as you know, I keep up in the tweak world pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's one I know for sure called Virtual Home, and it's basically like that where you can, I think. I actually had it when it first came out, but then I got rid of it because I got really annoyed of like accidentally touching my home button when I didn't want to, and that was just a small little thing that I didn't like about it. So I uninstalled it because it just tweak wasn't for me, I guess. But
Right.
I do remember from when I first had it that you would tap on the home button or the Touch ID button to close out of an app, and then you would hold for slightly longer to go into multitasking, and I think that's how it worked.
Okay.
But yeah, that came out. That seems like it came out right after the jailbreak for iOS 7 came out, sometime around
Yeah.
December.
You had it pretty quickly.
Yeah, and then the jailbreak. Gosh, this year it came out. I mean, you know, it happened overnight.
When the 7.0 jailbreak.
Yeah, I mean,
it was bam. It was like, hey, Merry Christmas. It was 2 days before or something.
Yeah, I mean, I remember so clearly. I had just woken up, normal Sunday morning. Not expecting anything for months.
I think I informed you.
Yeah, you might have, but maybe you
Because I
texted
like
me.
sent you a text like, no, wait. Oh, I remember now. This was my favorite thing. The day before, no, wait, like on the day or the day before, you released a video about when you thought it would come out.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, you're right. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, the day before, this is hilarious because now thinking about this, the irony of that video. I made the video and I didn't get it uploaded until like 11 or 11:30 on Saturday night. I think it was Saturday the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. So I made the video and I was talking about the iOS 7 jailbreak and I was saying things like, oh, well, with jailbreak ETAs, they could come out either
It's
4 months.
such a wide range of time.
Yeah, it could come out in 4 months, and that's probably when it's gonna happen, or it could come out tomorrow. And yeah, I swear in that video, I think I said it could come out tomorrow, but that's highly unlikely. And then the next day, I wake up. I remember I just got up. I went to the bathroom, all that good stuff, brushed my teeth, and then I went back, or maybe I didn't even do that. I might have just woken up and just checked my phone. I'm like, oh, let's see what's new on Twitter overnight, because it was on Christmas break, if I'm right.
Right.
So I just checked that, and I'm like, oh, Evaders released iOS 7 jailbreak. What? What? I was like, my mind was racing miles a minute. I was downstairs because I had walked downstairs as I was reading the tweets. I literally turned around, ran upstairs, turned on the camera, downloaded everything. It was a hectic morning.
Yeah.
It was, and it was so unexpected. Like it just took me by surprise. It was crazy.
Yeah, I jailbroke my Mini on that day, and then I had I think I had like the 7.0, like illegal or not illegal. Who does those things? On my iPhone 4 or whatever, like the
Beta?
on developer version or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so.
I mean, but I want to mention one more thing about Activator. Do you have Ryan Petrich's beta repo on your phone?
I think you added that.
Yeah, I added that for you. I probably did actually.
Fix the status bar or whatever.
Yeah. But anyway, in the beta, like Ryan Petrich has been updating the Activator beta on his repo pretty frequently. And one of the new features, he added 2 new features. He added like a profiles mode, which allows you to like set different profiles. When you say leave your home Wi-Fi, you could have a profile for your car.
Oh, that's
cool. It's pretty useful that you could enable like when I leave. It's not like
activating activators.
Yeah, and then there's another one that he added in like betas. Like I think it was like the 9th beta, or maybe it's the 11th. I can't remember exactly. But he added this feature called speech synthesis, and when you say double tap the status bar, it could say, "Hello, Sam. My name is Siri," in the Siri voice.
Oh wow!
But I mean, that one, as far as like usability, or I guess long-term use, I would say probably not. I mean, it's cool that you could.
Right. It's like a little thing to play around with.
Yeah, but as far as like this is a groundbreaking feature of Activator, not really for me at least.
Yeah, I mean, some things like are kind of like annoying and get in the way. I like the snow. I just saw on here the snowverlay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, but it gets pretty annoying really fast.
Oh yeah, like I saw that. I was like, oh, I should make a video about this, but then I was like, well, it kind of does the same thing. It's only going to be useful like on Christmas Day when you want it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he always adds cool stuff. If you guys aren't aware that are watching this, Ryan Petrich's beta repo is http://rpetri.ch/repo, and that's how you can add it to your Cydia sources. So yeah, I mean, I have to say, Activator, it has to be one of the like everybody knows Activator.
It was like right under SB settings.
Oh yeah,
it was like that used to be like SB settings used to be like a go-to jailbreak thing. I mean, it's obsolete now because of
control
Segway, OXO.
Yeah, OXO. Oh my gosh, OXO is it's awesome. Yeah, that was a good segue. I didn't even connect that, but OXO, yes, with SB settings, with What am I trying to say here?
Controls. What's it even called?
Control center.
Yeah, control center.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, with OXO 2s, they call it the multi-center. You have control center, and then the notification switcher, all in one. It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, I like OXO too. I haven't really looked into those features that much. I just really like the main part a lot.
Yeah, but OXO, yeah, I mean, I use it on both my iPhone and iPad, and if my iPod was still jailbroken, obviously I would be using it on there, because it is such a well-made tweak.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I'm not sure now. I'm not blaming OXO 2 or A3 tweaks or anything, but I do feel like in the past couple weeks, my battery has been draining very, very quickly.
Well, you said about the
Hockey.
switching. Are you connected to the Wi-Fi at our school? Because one of our other friends is having the same problem where their battery.
Yeah,
he has he has a brand new iPhone 5C, and his
really?
battery's drained. Also, there is a battery drain on iOS 7.1.
Yeah, oh yeah, my mom on her iPhone 4S.
Yeah, my mom said that too. She's having battery drain.
She's like, I hate this software.
Yeah, that's basically what mom said too. It's like it ruined. I was like, it fixed everything with your phone. She's like, no, it ruined everything.
And like honestly, we can talk even a little bit about iOS 7.1 now, but
Yeah.
like honestly, I love the iOS 7.1 UI tweaks, like the circular phone button and all that stuff.
Yeah, I really like the circular like shutdown thing. I really like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that too. I think that was in iOS 7.1 beta 3.
Yes.
And gosh, now
Those are
thinking
the
about
betas, 'cause you made a video about it.
yeah,
People said that they didn't like it, but I liked it.
Yeah, some people were like, I hate this, and some people were like, this is the coolest thing in the world. I guess everybody, to each their own, their opinion on
Right.
new tweaks, which is really true with everything. But I mean, now thinking about it, WWDC this isn't even on the agenda for today, but I'd like to bring it up. WWDC, that is the Worldwide Developers Conference, is coming up around the corner, and it is coming fast. A month from today, we will have iOS 8 in beta form to all developers on our devices.
And you will be covering that, Sam. You will be covering WWDC because Exquisite Triforce will be covering E3.
Oh yeah, you guys. I'm excited for your coverage.
Oh yeah, we're going to record the whole thing, and we're gonna basically talk over it. Then we'll probably release the actual like event by itself too. We might release that a little bit afterward because things like that get taken down pretty quickly. I have seen in the past where like people try to stream the event and they get taken down. So
yeah, I've seen that before too. But I mean, I'm just thinking about June 2nd. That is going to be one busy day for me. I mean, I will probably, and this is not an exaggeration, be making videos from around 3 when the beta actually becomes live, or around 2 when the beta becomes live, till like 2 or 3 that morning. Because that's the time that everybody's going to be searching for it, and that's the time that you gotta have videos.
I love my subscription box at that time too.
Yeah, and
it's just like full of news.
Yeah.
I love it.
And there's so much competition. Like, I mean, I would love to have one of those videos that just is like at the top when people search iOS 8. Like that is my hope for that day. That's my goal, is to get one video that when people search iOS 8 or iOS 8 features that are hands-on, that I can have a video somewhere up there near the top, hopefully.
Oh yeah, that's the ticket.
But then again, there's probably going to be 4,000 other channels that post like even just 30-second clips of them recording with an iPhone that may not be as good quality but gets all the views because it'll just happen by YouTube luck.
If you haven't learned by now, Sam has a pet peeve about that.
Yeah, I do. I don't want to talk about it. No, I'm joking.
I don't want to talk about it.
But yeah, I don't know. It does bug me when some channels that I do not feel deserve the recognition get above
if it
me.
makes you feel better, Sam, I would have taken the time to look for a better quality video.
Yeah, I know, but nobody does that. They just go to the first result. Honestly, like, has anybody ever gone to? Please tell me it's somewhere in this podcast. Reply to me on Twitter. Have you ever gone to like the third page of Google? No one even knows that exists. It's only the first page.
Oh, I actually am upset on Google that we are just totally
Yeah,
straying.
it doesn't even matter. But anyway.
I'm upset on Google that they released the page they got rid of the page numbers. Or is that
they did?
iPad?
Oh, I have no idea. I haven't even checked. Let me go on Safari real quick. But I didn't know it's on just normal Google. Let's search for my channel.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, that didn't happen.
Yeah, it was just.
It's just on tablets that they do that now, apparently.
Yeah. All right. So maybe now we can get a little bit back on topic. I have to say the tweaks that I use, like I'm just trying to think what is my main tweak right now that I like. I really like OXO 2 as well as we've talked about. I have to.
I want to talk about one. Is it okay if I?
Yeah.
iWidgets. I know that I know you like having more of the uniform
Yeah.
layout, but I've always been a fan of completely making it not look like you're on iOS whatsoever. So, yeah, I like iWidgets a lot because it replaced per page. I've been a jailbreaker since like, let's see, 3.1.2. So when was that?
Wow.
Yeah,
That was 4 years ago.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Everything was like so cool to me, like even the simplest of things.
Oh, I'm still like that.
Oh yeah, I know you're still like that, and I wish I still had that same ambition about it. It kind of sucks that I don't, but back then, and I'm not saying jailbreaking is like not cool. It's still, tweaks are awesome.
Oh, I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
I feel the same way.
Yeah, tweaks are awesome. Don't get me wrong, but there used to be a lot of other things you could do. A lot of other things, like I've said this to Sam many times. The iNav theme, for example, I looked that up. It looks like, I don't know. It's just like, of course, Apple started this, layout and design, and it's been the same for a number of years since it came out. In fact, it hasn't really. The layout is still the same. I mean, everything's stylized and looks different, and I like that.
Yeah.
But the layout's the same, and making the layout and then Droid had a little bit different of a layout at first, and then they just went blatant Apple copy.
Yeah.
But I've always liked the categorized or just something different. But
Yeah.
sorry to go off on that little
No,
rant.
that's fine. Have you ever? I want to know, Jake. Have you ever heard of Pro Widgets?
Pro widgets, no.
It is an iOS 7 jailbreak tweak that I have not purchased yet. It's $3. It's in the Big Boss Repo. I haven't purchased it yet, and that's probably just because I'm not the hugest fan of widgets. And I looked at it, and I've even watched other YouTubers' reviews of it. I've just been thinking, I feel like I'd use it for a while, and then I wouldn't use it ever again. And for $3, I'll just rather just save it.
So why is it? I pulled it up.
Yeah.
Why is it over everything? How does this? I see that it's like events and messages and like quick things, like a little shortcut thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, I think it's more like what you're saying. I think it's more shortcuts rather than like widgets like clock and stuff like you're talking
Right.
about.
Yeah, I'm talking about more. And Android did not technically do this first, guys. So, I mean, technically, widgets, like jailbreak widgets, were first inspired by the dashboard on the Mac.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they first came from.
Yeah,
Yeah, this looks more of like a Pro widgets looks more
more like
a
useful. Well, not
shortcut
useful.
thing.
Yeah,
Also, for a
shortcuts.
while, like widgets became like some type of lock screen thing too.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about like little things, like
yeah,
not just even clocks, like stuff that are on the
yeah, home screen.
home screen. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know what you're talking about. You showed me a couple times
Hmm.
stuff that you thought was pretty cool. Um, I mean, I guess we could talk about some upcoming tweaks that we're
Sure.
very excited about. Now, I don't know if I'm more excited about this one as how fascinated I am by it. It just called, well, it's not out yet. It is called OS Experience, and from another YouTuber, it's actually Jeff Benjamin's from iGenerateblog. He gets stuff early because he's got like 170,000 subscribers. But anyway, yeah, he got it early to show off like a couple months ago, or maybe even a couple weeks. And basically, it looks like OS 10 on your iPad. Like Mac, how you can have, let's say, a Safari window open and the App Store open and City open, all in different windows that work while they are small. I mean, I'm just trying to think of,
What?
yeah.
Sam, you just described the best sounding. I've been looking for this. What's it called again?
It is called OS Experience, not like OS 10 experience, but it's OS like operating system, kind of
Right.
like the end of my iUpdateOS name, wink wink. And
All right, I found it here.
yeah, but I heard of it, but I'm pretty, it's not on Cydia, right?
Oh, I didn't look on City
I'll
Island.
check. I'll double check to make sure
Okay.
I'm giving you guys right information, but I'm 99% sure it's not. Yeah, it's not available
Oh
yet.
my gosh. Okay, so I wanna kind of go back to something here. Quasar was the first multi-window system to be released, and it was on iOS 5. And not to be rude, but this Spanish guy just like all of a sudden he just like when since like iOS like 6 came out or whatever, he was like, nope, I'm not gonna update it. Like I had just gotten my iPad mini
Yeah.
and that came with iOS 6. And it's like, really? I mean,
Yeah,
I
what?
wanted because it was perfect like for my idea of a theme. Like I could have made like a dock, like
Oh, that's cool.
screen sideways and stuff. But this, what I'm watching here, is exactly what I wanted to, what my idea is.
Yeah, I mean, like just from the looks, I mean, I looked at it. Supposedly, the price is gonna be $10.
Ooh.
Whew, I mean that maybe just that alone is scaring me away a little bit. But I don't know. It
What
looks
is
cool.
he? Is he like? What is? Why is there like different? Okay. So there's like different. Maybe I could pull this up on this. Oh, this would be so good for the screen recorder.
Yeah.
Wait, never mind that. Then I would have to record my screen. Never mind. Cancel that. All right.
um.
I was saying to use the Skype screen like thing, but
Oh
then I
yeah.
record my screen to that makes no sense. Okay. Okay, so it looks like there's different workspaces. That that was a Linux. That was a Linux shout out.
Yeah, Jake. If you didn't know, Jake likes Linux a lot. I don't know.
I like Linux, but I'm scared of it. Like I'm even more like since it's like the general like jailbreak scare. It's like
Yeah.
scared to switch complete. Oh wow, he like launched it up. Sorry, I keep switching off. So it's like he launched up like the rocket thing. What's that called again on the Mac?
Oh, Launchpad.
Yeah, Launchpad. Like the home screen's like Launchpad, and
Yeah.
this is awesome. This is exactly what I've always wanted.
Yeah. So I think you're going to really enjoy that tweak. As far if you'll ever see a review from me on it, I don't know at this point. Like I watched his video and I saw how it looked, and I'm just being completely honest with you. That is not my thing. That's not what I would want on my iPad personally. Others may disagree, Jake. But personally for me, that tweak just isn't for me, and that's like that with a lot of things.
I is this on a Retina iPad? I'm assuming mini.
I think yeah. It is, I think.
I hope mine will be able to handle this.
I mean,
I just don't really know what to do with my iPad because there's not, unfortunately, not a lot of like really cool things that are just designed for the iPads because it's not as much as a big install base.
yeah, and that's something I really like. Same here. Like I'm
I
still
want more of that.
waiting for that one tweak that's just like this is made for iPad. This is why I jailbroke my iPad in the first place.
Hmm.
Because I
I
mean,
think Dreamboard was the best. Like even though Dreamboard's awful, and it crashes badly,
oh
and
my gosh, don't even get me started.
but I think that Dreamboard was something that was a lot cooler on the iPad than it was an iPhone because you could like have a full Mac OS X like Lion like loadout or like you could like make it look like a PC or like do a lot of cool things.
Yeah,
Uh,
cool little stuff.
yeah, cool little things. Um,
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. Maybe not be for everybody, because I mean, first of all, for the price, but it is called OS Experience. It's not out at the time of recording this audio, but maybe it will be soon. Let's hope. Another tweak that I'm looking forward to is by A3 Tweaks, which is arguably the biggest tweak developer in
I think
jailbreaking.
it is.
I mean, arguably, yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, that's
arguably, yeah.
the highest organized, I would say.
I feel like yeah, they're definitely organized. They're like, I mean, they're definitely like kind of like public because like I don't know any other ones besides that because they put like a really nice logo in their tweaks and settings and stuff.
Oh yeah, well, like when I think of them, I think of quality, organization,
Right.
and great design, which I think is what the creators.
Did you that guy? You said that one of the guys, or was it Pod 2G or something that made that Facebook, that beautiful Facebook application?
Oh yeah, so it wasn't Pod 2G.
Sorry.
Correct
I,
me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was Grant Paul, which is
is he an invader?
no, he's not an invader.
Okay.
He works for Facebook now, but he worked on Paper, which is Facebook Paper is one of it's like it's so well made.
It looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful. Animations unrivaled in any other app out there. I mean, Tweetbot, the physics are great in it, but I mean, just for user experience, Facebook Paper is unrivaled. But anyway, this guy's name is Grant Paul, and he made. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna look this up real quick, but I'm pretty sure that Grant Paul made. What's the name of the Zephyr? Zephyr.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that was Tweetbot. But yeah,
Notification?
CHPWN is Grant Paul, and that's who made Zephyr, and he made Facebook Paper, and it's really cool to see, like, at least for me, jailbreak developers making great iOS apps. I just think that's so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like they're taking their skills of what they can't change and funneling that into something that they can change and can create. And it really turns out well. I really think that it's just cool that you can show that Facebook Paper, that was thought out. That is a well-made app. It's of course available for free in the App Store, officially made by Facebook for all of those of you who want to check it out. If I said that right.
Right.
But yeah. So I was gonna say I was trying to start this off, and then we got sidetracked again. But
What's
I want to
app
talk
X?
about Alt Keyboard 2.
Okay.
This was a tweak made by A3 Tweaks that I never, of course, the Alt Keyboard 1 on iOS 6 that I never picked up. I saw a couple reviews on it, saw it in Cydia, looked at it, never bought it. And now I'm looking back at this saying, what were you thinking? This is such a great tweak. And basically, Alt Keyboard 2 allows you to access secondary keys on your keyboard by swiping up on keys instead of tapping them. So I guess an example would be if you wanted to type A, you would get like a dash or a slash if you swiped up. Or you could go do like a question mark just by swiping up on a key, and you could type so much faster than ever before with this tweak.
Wait, so you swipe up like Is it you drag your finger across the screen? How does it work again?
Oh yeah, sorry, I probably that wasn't the best explanation. So
No,
like
no,
you're
it's
on your
okay.
keyboard, and you would say be typing my name is Sam. So with ending with
Okay.
a period, you could just like say swipe up on the letter D on the keyboard. So like D swipe up, like you would be
Okay.
typing the letter D only you swipe up, and it would give you an alternate letter. That's why it's called Alt Keyboard.
Oh.
But I mean, it seems like awesome. Century, the main designer, and he kind of created A3 tweaks to my knowledge. He said that that is coming this month in May, so I'm
Oh.
excited for that.
Nice.
I saw either he said something about that on Twitter or somewhere else. I can't remember, but he did say that it is coming in May for all of those who are listening to this podcast and are interested in Alt Keyboard 2. And of course, if you're on iOS 6, you can get the original Alt Keyboard if you're on there. As far as themes go, Jake, what theme are you running on your iPad or iPhone right now?
On my iPad, I am running uh sorry, here, let me check really fast.
It's okay.
I know you should. Soft Remix. I'm running Soft Remix on my
Soft
iPad.
remix, yeah.
I probably should change that one too soon. And then I'm running iOS 7 or sorry, i7 Pro Cons.
I think
Right?
it's i7 Cons Pro.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. i7 Cons Pro on my iPhone. And Sam found me both of those again. So
Yeah.
I like i7 Cons Pro because it's free.
Yeah, I mean, the developer, he's super talented. I'll talk about SatCon 7, which he also made in a second, but his name is Satrop, and like his themes that he make, they're unique, I would say is the word. They're not like the first kind of thing you would think of when I think about a theme. I of course I think of the iOS 7 default icons, but his themes really remind me of uniqueness and planning and just, I don't know, just great design overall.
It is iOS 7 themed, but I still like it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a big. How am I trying to say?
I'd like to say this. Since iOS 7, and I didn't really expect this, that iOS 7 would have such a big influence on the theming community.
Oh
I
yeah,
really thought that that wasn't gonna happen.
yeah. I mean, now thinking about that how true that is, how every theme now is not like iOS 6. It's not detailed. Like I guess the greatest example would be Icon.
I mean the best, yeah, flat is how I would say it. I mean not flat, but a simpler design. Simple, still elegant,
Yeah, yeah.
looks very nice, but a simpler design.
Yeah, I mean, but you're so right when you say, excuse me, when you say that the theming, I mean, I guess we could call it industry theming community, I should say is a better word, is
Right.
influence. I mean, it is truly influenced by iOS 7. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It is completely changed by the new design of iOS 7, and really everything jailbreak related has been greatly influenced by iOS 7.
Yeah, totally. And then wanna you have a bone to pick with Sarek, Sam.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, no hard feelings. I think I mean, of course, I'm speaking
No,
from
of course,
no
no hard
knowledge.
feelings.
I know nothing about coding. I know
Right,
nothing
right,
about
right.
creating complicated jailbroken software applications. All I'm saying, I guess I'm trying to say, is I'm ready for a Winterboard update whenever
too.
he's ready.
Me too. Yeah.
Such as being able to theme the settings app by default without having to run it through like a compiler. I think that's a way to theme the settings icons. But I am ready for a Winterboard update. It's been 2 to 3 to 4
I think
months.
the most ridiculous thing that isn't updated yet is just the bars, like just the I don't really know what to call it, just the UI, I guess.
Yeah, like
like-
everything almost.
I mean, basically everything, because the UI is so much of what a theme
Yeah.
is. Like, okay, the icons are like 50%,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
like, would you agree with that? Or
Oh yeah, and I would say I just gotta
Yeah.
go off on this just for
Well,
a second, but
yeah.
I get so sad when I see a theme in Cydia, and then all it's themed is the icons.
it's because like once again, I mean, I like it to not look. I like it to look different,
Yeah, of course.
and just of course when I go into like click on calendar or photos or just any generic app that has the iOS 7 design, it's gonna have the white borders. That's what I'm looking for. Like I want you to be able to theme the borders and like the little bits and pieces. Because
Yeah, the little things.
yeah,
I know what you're trying to say.
little things. Yeah, because I don't know. I guess that is hard to code. I don't really know when that came into play. I think it came into play in iOS 4. I want to say.
Yeah. I mean, I
Maybe.
wasn't around. I can't really speak to that
I know.
knowledge.
It was hard to remember because like I was still learning for a long time. I learned how cool like the 3.1.2 things were too late. It was too late really for me. Like spring back that saved your whole entire layout like of different like things that were like interconnected like eye blanks and because you had to use iBlank for everything. You didn't have gridlock like you do today. That costs money now.
Yeah.
But you, I I don't. It's such a big essential to me still is gridlock.
Gridlock. Yeah, I mean, as I was telling you the
once
other
again, I
day.
know you like the more uniform layout, but like that's really needed for like widgets. I think I might get iBlank here if that still works with iOS 7.
Yeah, I have no idea. But
And then we also have iconoclasm, but those are very specific layouts.
yeah, I have iconoclasm. I think I bought, but I don't use it. Personally, for me, once again, just a personal preference. I like my home screen to look
Right.
like iOS. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Not different.
Yeah.
Not to say that it changed. Well, not to say that I'll never want a different home screen in the future. I guess is what I'm thinking of. I do so many screenshots and stuff. I don't want people to be confused about why things look the way they do if I'm doing like focusing on a non-iOS
Oh,
tipper
I
trick
understand. Yeah.
or non-jailbroken tipper trick, I should say.
Right. Right.
So I mean, I don't want to go
Not
through the trouble
all of your
of
subscribers are jailbreaking. Most of them are. Guess that you would say, but not
yeah,
all.
most probably. Yeah, some. I mean, some people just subscribe for the excuse me again, for the all iOS updates that I talk about. Because like, I mean, we could even. I mean, I think we'll save this for next episode. But next episode, I would love to talk about like why I started my channel and what I wanted to see
Yeah,
from my channel.
I would like to. That would be cool to hear.
Definitely be covering that in the next episode coming in the near future. No ETA yet though. But I mean, yeah, I love winterboard themes. I remember when I first got iOS 6, I'll just talk about this for a moment. I
Sure.
did not like winterboard themes. And you're the one who's like, Sam, winterboard themes are so good. They make everything look so nice.
Oh,
And yeah, because before I was just like, winterboard themes make your device look not like it's supposed to.
oh yeah. When you first jailbroke, you
Yeah.
did like winterboard.
I didn't. I did not like it. I'm like, I was like, well, what's the point? You already have icons. Why do you need to change them?
Yeah, I
Oh,
was. I
naive
didn't.
me.
I kept trying to convince you. I don't really remember. Freshman year is like blurred. It's just yeah. All right, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I remember that vaguely.
that's
Does
hilarious.
vaguely mean good or not?
Yeah, but I can't. I'm trying to think of my first theme I downloaded. I can't remember, honestly.
Oh, I remember one of my first ones. It made everything like it themed everything as a circle but like automatic app things were not created yet. So like only like some of them were. Yeah, themes back then like if you didn't have like a full theme like you had to there was like hardly any like full themes. And then I always wanted to like build off of that theme to theme the rest of the icons. And then I was so proud when I made like my first theme and I imported like all the files from my computer, made them the right size, and then put them in an icons folder. It used to be so much simpler than it is today because you would have a the like the lock screen, the wallpaper, like you would just name them that. And then you had the dock.
Uh-huh.
Theming the dock was the best to me, man.
Wasn't it just like doc.png?
Yeah, that's what it was. And you wouldn't have to put that. You would just put that in the theme folder. Like you didn't have to put it in a bundles folder, or none of that had existed yet.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was before iOS changed a ton. And like iOS 5 and 6 I would say were, well,
I
iOS
think
6 wasn't a
iOS
dramatic
5
change.
was
iOS 7.
changed
Yeah.
a lot. Was iOS 5 all the theming and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Because
I remember
iOS
that.
4 was still
Still kind of old school iOS.
yeah, I mean it had the wallpaper and everything, and that was cool.
I mean, I'm pretty sure iOS 5 is like when like iCloud came out, just like I'm pretty sure iMessage started. I mean, just like all these massive changes to iOS
Right.
came in iOS 5, and that's, I mean, that would obviously reflect how to change things in the firmware as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, iOS has changed. iOS 7, dramatic change. I mean, no,
Oh yeah.
no,
I
no
wish
way.
I wish it could change again, but it's not going to.
Yeah, I mean, I am intrigued to see what iOS 8 will bring. I mean, we could even do. I'd love to do a podcast talking about what iOS 8 is supposed to bring and
Sure,
what
yeah.
I would love to see out of it. And I mean, that'd be a fun episode. I think people would really enjoy listening to that as well.
And I'd like to say like another thing about how like when I wanted I mean I didn't really know what I wanted in iOS 7, but I wanted a change. And
I think
what I
most
came
people
to the
did.
conclusion is that I just wanted it to like not really the icons to change, but like I said earlier, just the layout. Like I don't excuse me.
Yeah, like I know what you're saying. You wanted a bigger change than just UI. You wanted you wanted user experience to change.
Right. And I knew that wasn't going to happen.
Like yeah,
Because
because people
everybody's
would
learned how to use this, and yeah, that wouldn't have changed.
that'd be
But
the whole issue of people who maybe don't know how to use iOS that well. All of a sudden, it changes one day, and it's like,
exactly,
what do I do now? Not, I mean, like, I'm gonna save this for next episode, but next episode I'll share what I think my perfect iOS would be, which I think that should be the topic of our next episode. What the perfect iOS?
Ooh, I like that.
That'd be good. I like it.
All right.
I mean, I think that's about all we really wanted to talk about in this episode.
Yeah. Can you tell me what Apex is really fast or
Yeah, okay, yeah. So that was on the agenda as well. It's
Yeah.
Apex, I think, is how you pronounce it.
Apex? Sorry.
So real quick before we wrap up the show, Apex, another A3 tweak on iOS 6 that I didn't buy. And looking back at myself, these are great tweaks, just like all keyboard 2. I also didn't buy that. Apex is a tweak that when you swipe down, as far as I know, on an icon, icons pop out next to it. So let's say I was on my home screen and I had the settings app, but I also had like activators app, barrels app hidden underneath. I would swipe down on settings and out would pop like the barrel settings and activator settings to the left and right, but it would be like app icons and all your other icons would fade out and it would just be an efficient manner to store icons on your home screen.
That sounds. See, that's something that I like.
Yeah, I mean, it's just innovative is what I think of. Like, I would have never thought of having icons and you get a nice animation and it's all like physics based on how you pull. And I'm excited for Apex 2, which I think is also coming in May this month. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure Apex is also coming this month.
That sounds pretty cool.
Or maybe it could be a whole nother tweak. They just said 2 tweaks. Sentry, he's like the only and lead developer at A3 Tweaks. That he's amazing. Like his work is it's so good. It really is just revolution. I mean, not revolutionary, but it's so good. That's all I can say about it. He has awesome concepts, and I don't know. He's a really cool designer, I have to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the lead designer at A3 Tweaks, and he basically works with developers all around the world to make these tweaks possible. And then they came together and formed A3 Tweaks, and there we get great things like OXO and OXO 2 and Alt Keyboard and Apex and just all these awesome tweaks made by them. But yeah, that's Apex 2. It basically is an efficient manner of storing icons on the home screen, in my opinion. If you're on iOS 6, if you have an iOS 6 jailbroken device, which I wish I did, quite honestly, you can download it from Cydia.
You can do so much.
Yeah. There's still a lot of good tweaks that I think are coming out soon, or I hope that will come out soon.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like, there's been some pretty cool tweaks for iOS 7, but like OXO, I keep going back to A3 tweaks and OXO 2, and I apologize for that, but like OXO 2 was probably my biggest hype up, get people excited. People were excited about OXO 2 for iOS 7.
It's a way for me to close my apps in one swipe. So
Yeah, and just, we already talked about OXO 2, but it's a great tweak. If you have not tried OXO 2, you definitely should. It really is. It's so well made. Great. Definitely worth the money if you're looking into buying it. So, guys, I think that will wrap up our show.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for joining me, Jake. I had a lot of fun doing this for the first time.
Yeah, I did too. I did enjoy jabbing about Jailbreak.
Jabbing. So, yeah, Jailbreak Jab. What do you guys think of the name? I like it.
Me too.
I was just thinking about names, and I'm like, oh, Jailbreak Jab. Sounds good. So I think it's a keeper. What do you think, Jake?
I think it is too. I like it.
I like it as well. So, guys, once again, thank you very much for joining us in this podcast, if I can talk right. Leave us our feedback. I will have a blog. This should be embedded in a blog post on my website sometime either at the day of recording this, which was May the 2nd, or the day after. So let us know. Let us know what you think about what we talked about. Give us suggestions for other things to talk about and all that good stuff.
Yep, and this is Jake from Lego My Django. If you guys like Legos, which is probably not that many of you, maybe I'm wrong. Please check that out. I mean, I really just want you guys to watch my stop motion film, because that I have worked a long time on. How Star Wars Should Have Gone.
Yeah.
Part 2. That is very important to me. You don't even have to subscribe to me. Just take a look at that.
Yeah. So if you don't know Jake, I'm gonna probably upload this podcast in a standalone YouTube video just for people to listen to before. My goal is to get this published on the podcast app through iTunes, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you didn't know, Jake makes these really, really cool and unique and great, awesome quality stop motions that he works. He works so hard on them, and it really shows. So if you guys want to see that stop motion we're referring to, check the description down below in this video or somewhere on the page or screen.
Yeah, thanks. That would be awesome. And also, I'm part of Exquisite Triforce. If you want to head over there for some funny gaming videos, basically kind of a weekly upload with that also.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, Jake. Once again, thanks for watching, guys. We will see you in the next episode of the Jailbreak Jab.
See you later.